Alrighty then. Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 426. Amazon upload keywords. Oh, there's Stanley. He just got up for a quick pet and then went back to bed. Alright, Amazon upload keywords. You get 50 characters in each of those 7 slots, and this is only on your book upload. This is not add keywords. So that keyword, that creates some ambiguity, but this is the upload keywords that you put in your book that you get to on your KDP bookshelf. On that first page, edit ebook details, and then you go in those 7 slots. 50 characters, words and phrases, and now Amazon, there's some discussion on whether Amazon will parse those for you. However, it's probably best to put the keywords in a sequence that people will search on, not just a bunch of random words that hopefully will be mixed and matched in a way that if somebody searches any of these keywords, then they'll find you. Hedge your bet. Put them in a logical order. And keeping in mind that when you search for post-apocalyptic, you get this laundry list of stuff. People don't go in and delete and then search something else. Post-apocalyptic U.S. Okay. Now they add that after. Okay, they find U.S. West, and then you can see how that pans out. So it may not seem logical from a let's type in the keywords as the whole frame, but as people actually do them. So post-apocalyptic U.S. West. Okay, there you go. And now you've got the Western U.S. post-apocalyptic, or big city, or I use SHTF and then add in shit hits the fan, because there are people who search that. That's what people search for when they're talking post-apocalyptic. But those are examples of how people search. So that's your phraseology. You may just put in words. Post-apocalyptic, PA, post-apoc with a dash. However, Amazon says specifically that they check spelling. So if somebody spells post-apocalyptic wrong, then they correct that. So post-apoc and then put post-apoc with a dash in between. I don't think you need to do that. And you don't get any bonus points for repeating. So you don't need to say post-apocalyptic Western U.S. and then use Western U.S. post-apoc zombies. And so the only new word there is zombies. Everything else has already been discussed, so you don't need to do that. Just put zombies, undead. You can't use I Am Legend. You can't use book titles or author names in these keywords. So there's some things you have to avoid. You have to have search terms that aren't that, because Amazon sells those. So in your Amazon ads, then you put the names, you put the book titles in as keywords, but you can't do it here. So there's an important safety tip, because then your book will just sit and it won't get approved, and it'll just sit there, and it'll take all 5 days to reject it, and then all of a sudden you'll be in there jamming new keywords. Alignment. People searching these words will like your book. So don't just say something like Urban Fantasy Magic Academy, and this isn't that book. Make sure it's aligned with what the book is, because Amazon will put you in the categories. When you first publish your book, when you first list it, whether it's pre-order or whatever, their software will churn and burn and then put you in categories based on what it thinks that book is. This is very telling. So look at that before you send an email saying, hey, I'd like to be in these categories. Look at which categories they put you into, because that's what your blurb, title, subtitle, and keywords suggest. So if it is way off base, you got to relook your blurb and your keywords, because for some reason, this software says this is where I think you are. And you got to trust that. Sometimes they're off, but most of the time, it's like, okay, I can see how you put me there. And then maybe adjust that keyword, adjust the blurb a little bit, and get it where Amazon thinks this is where the book is, and you think that's where it belongs too. Alignment is key. So you get all that together, and then when you adjust, one of the important things to do when you adjust is only change one keyword at a time, or one key line, whether you use a phrase or words. Only change one at a time. Give it a couple days, just in case your book all of a sudden tanks. It's like, okay, that was they're now not showing it where I want it to be shown. So then go back in. Keep track of your keywords, which ones you use, which ones you change, so you can go back. Important safety tip. Don't change all 7 at one time, because then you'll have no idea which one de-triggerified your book from getting shown to people when they search. So there you go. 50 characters, words and phrases. Try to have a logical sequence of those words and phrases, and throw it out there. And then test it, see it, watch it, and then get back into it. All right. Hopefully that helps. Peace, fellow humans.